hoes. You fucked up. Yeah, I'll go for your phone. You fucked up. And your phone full of hoes. You fucked up. Try test take no. You fucked up. Can't put on no show. You fucked up. Yeah, I'll go for your phone. You fucked up. And your phone full of hoes. You fucked up. Try test take no. You fucked up.
Run the track.
Did it again. Just when I think I'm learning, I come straight back to step one. Tottenham'd it up. Big up everybody that's locked in though. Hit the like button, subscribe, all of that jazz. We're here to talk the latest transfer news surrounding Chelsea Football Club. Again, the latest on Operation Kai Havertz, which is what they're calling it in Madrid. I don't understand. I still don't understand. But hey, if you lot take him off our hands, I won't have any complaints personally. We're going to discuss the latest on Mason Mount. Rejected free contract offers. Proper fucking Chelsea. What else are we going through? Lukaku. There's a swap deal with Savić potentially in the mix. Danish Maldini, I did just see this during the timer as well. So I'll get into that too. Hakim Ziyech has links with Dortmund. Conor Gallagher has links with Newcastle and West Ham. You got the latest on the Ugarte situation. What else? Levi Colwill. We got the latest on the Levi Colwill situation. Will we loan him back to Brighton? I hope not. To be honest, that's an opinion piece anyway, so we don't even need to discuss that too much. But big up everybody that's in here. Nearly 200 of you guys in here already, even though it is a different time to the usual time we do these streams. But we have to adapt. FA Cup final is on my time. Thanks, FA, for that. So I can't go live during that. So, yeah, we're going live early. At least Matisse is live during the FA Cup final. So you know who to go to for your latest and greatest Chelsea news. Big up to my guy Matisse, as always. What else is everybody saying? Big up to Football Spectacle. Big up to Felipe Courtois, Trevor Smith, Sean Newlands. Big up to the Danish Maldini, my guy. Big up to Fraser, says Havertz leaving party. Not yet. A lot of things have to fall in the right place for this Havertz transfer to go through. Benzema has to stay. If Benzema stays, then that means they don't go after Kane, and it means they look at Havertz as a more versatile option. But now this thing's a giant mess because now there's a potential talk about Lukaku being offered to Madrid at a late stage in the transfer window. Although for that to happen, I think Havertz would have to stay. Kane would probably have to go to Madrid, and then maybe Lukaku would be the number 2, or maybe they pick Havertz instead. I feel like Madrid would pick Havertz over Lukaku anyway. Although then again, what am I talking about? They value Havertz anyway, and I don't get that. So who's to say they would value Lukaku as well? I think this is just an opinion piece, though, because there's way too many variables into this. Why would it be a late stage? Why would it not be something earlier? What does this have to do with Kane to Madrid or Havertz to Madrid? Or does Benzema stay? A lot of variables. So I'm not too sure about that, my guy. Big up to Osaze. Big up. Stide Formula says, get the Bermuda Triangle out of my club. Up the fucking Chelsea. We are nearly there, bro. We are nearly there. The fact we have Gallagher links is crazy enough to me. Crazy enough. But I'm not complaining. Fraser, though, hope you're doing well. You got the same score prediction as me for today. I think it's going to be 2-0. 2-0 or 2-1. Because I could see United score. But I feel like it would take an individual mistake from City to do that. But regardless, City win. United, I don't think they're going to do much. But I think they go down swinging. We should have a party because both bums are leaving. None's confirmed yet, though. We have to wait for the confirmation before we get there. Big up HR. Love for the love, my guy. It's a big night out tonight. Also, we got the Chelsea Fan TV dinner later. That's why we're doing an earlier stream too. Yeah, we're drinking for the FA Cup final. So keep a lookout for that. I guess we'll do some pictures or some content. I don't know. But yeah, that's my plans for the weekend. Big up to Ben. Big up to JML. Big up to Chelsea Fan. Big up to Osaze again. Jimmy Spliff says, fuck United. Big facts, fuck United. Another game that I want City to win. City always end up just saving football for me by the end of the season because it's just City versus whatever rival they're facing. I don't know what will take for City to be considered as rivals for Chelsea, but right now they just save football for me. So, yeah, more power to them. If there was anyone I'd rather be placeholding titles until Chelsea was serious, I'd rather it be City, personally. There was an interesting conversation on Lewis's stream on how Chelsea fans are less patient with potential talent and have a bad record of developing talent in the first team. I think Chelsea fans would be less patient in the past. Now I felt like we've tried to give them time. It's just, I feel like we've given the wrong players that time. Havertz, Werner, Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi and Ruben had the injuries, which was very unlucky for them. But we were giving the pair of them opportunities too. They were getting regular game time under Sarri, and we were very patient. We were enjoying the football that they were giving us. And then the injuries happen. Like, I always go back to Christensen. 17-18, when David Luiz fell out with Conte, we threw Christensen into the lineup. None of us saw a difference for 4 months. He was one of the best centre-backs in the league. Then, obviously, we had the Barca game, passed it to Messi and all of that. But that's ups and downs of being a young player and everything. But we did give him opportunities and time at the start. Clear out is going to hear like crack. Big up my G Don. If you want the link later, let me know. Because I don't think I have you on my channel stream chat. So if you want in, DM me quickly. DM me quick. Big up Lewis for taking the stand against bullying against her. That was a brazy debate. Yeah, I feel like Alex was misworded in that one. We spoke about it backstage, and the way it came out, wasn't how we meant for it to come out, but it was a little bit of broken English, and it made things sound a lot worse than what it usually was. Alex was just saying move smart, but he hasn't got any justification for any of the stuff that happened to Nancy Taylor or any of the other examples. So none of this cancel stuff, please. None of that. Come on, you already know what these streams are like. Sometimes things get a little bit chaotic, but He didn't mean none of that. He didn't mean none of that. Don, I got you. I'll mod you up quickly. Give me a quick sec. Sorted, brother. Right, let's get into the news. Two-time Chelsea wants us to start with Ugarte, so we'll start with that. Chelsea's new offer to Ugarte will be 3.5 million plus bonuses. Next week is decisive. From what I read, that counts to 80k a week plus wages. I mean, after tax. And I feel like he'll accept that. Something close to 100k a week and 80k a week will take you there. If he really wanted the money, he would have already accepted PSG, but he clearly wants to join Chelsea. So I feel like things will work out between the two parties and Ugarte will sign. We look like front runners for this transfer. And it feels like he'll go through. And then maybe once Ugarte is done, we'll start looking towards Caicedo and we can complete our midfield. Maybe get a Kone as well or Lavia. Darko is saying we could be looking at 3 midfielders depending on outgoings. And if we get 3 midfielders in fucking hell, man, we have completely revamped the midfield. Let's say we go for Ugarte, Caicedo. God willing, we keep N'Golo Kante. You got Andre Santos in there as well. Maybe you get a Lavia or a Kone into the squad as well. Suddenly, our midfield's just been transformed. Suddenly, it's been transformed. Big up Peter. Love my guy. I do try and be unbiased. I know I have my personal opinions and everything, but I'd say the chat keeps me in check. If I ever come across as too biased, you lot are ready to put me in my place. And that's what I love about you guys. There's no suck-ups here. No suck-ups. It's just straight, raw opinions and nothing else. Big up my guy. Don ain't the Arsenal fan. He ain't the Arsenal fan. He's always on Gem streams. Come on, man. We can't be disrespecting Dom like that. Roms... I'm not sure. Have we streamed together? If we stream together, I will do. Because I already have too many mods. I only gave Don the mod because I know him personally. But I can't give too many people mods and then people just start kicking other people from the chat for stupidness and it becomes a hot mess. It becomes a hot fucking mess. Yeah, Danish Maldini. I kind of opened the floodgates with that one. Shit. I'll say this now again. Ugarte and Caicedo. And that's the only 2 signings I can say is guaranteed right now. Caicedo, we're not even too sure about. Because Arsenal could come in. A bunch of other clubs could come in as well. And they could offer more than what we're doing. So I'm not too sure about Caicedo. Ugarte, I'm sure that will happen. Striker should happen. Goalkeeper should happen. But we don't know names. Ugarte feels like the only one I feel like is definitely going to happen. Kone versus Lavia. 2 different types of midfielders, though. I feel like Lavia is more of a sitter, whereas Kone is more box to box. So yeah, they're not similar. They're not similar. Felix, it's a weekend, and I gotta be up for the Chelsea Fan TV dinner. So I feel like a lot of other people would be up as well. We have nearly 400 of you guys in here already, so I do feel like I've done that at the right time. What else? If Havertz and Mount go, I reckon Maddison. Yes, big facts. Big facts. Maddison would be cheap as well. So I'm here for it. And Ben, we do still need a goalkeeper. I'm not going into next season with Mendy and Kepa. I'm not doing it. Big up to YGK. Big up, bro. Public gathering events. That wouldn't be a bad shout. British Patriot. I'm all good, bro. I hope you're doing well. Jerry, I feel like they both can sit if you want them to. But Kone is much more box-to-box. Yeah, somewhere in Fulham. I can have Kepa being number 1 next... No, I can have Kepa being number 2 next season. I don't mind that. Number 1, no. No, I'm not here for that, brother. What should we go to next? We'll go to... Fuck it, the Mason Mount stuff. We'll get this out and over and done with and finished. So, Chelsea have opened. Man United have opened official talks of Chelsea for Mason Mount. Mount has rejected 3 offers that will put him in line with the highest earners, with Chelsea insiders insisting the owners have done everything possible. Many of these claims were disputed by sources close to Mount, who say money was not the primary reason that a contract extension hasn't been agreed. Well, that might not be the case, but what is clearly the case is that Mason Mount doesn't want to be here at Chelsea. The article says United are increasingly confident of signing Mount and are preparing an offer for after the season ends. Chelsea insiders say salary and bonuses prove to be the major sticking point, with Mount having rejected 3 offers. Proper fucking Chelsea. First 2 offers have been 5+1. Not even 6 years outright. 5 and the potential for another year. With the latest 3rd offer in February, a 1-year extension with a significant increase in wages. You guys would know this is the ideal contract I was saying for Mount. Sign 1 year, have a pay rise, prove your worth on the potch, and re-sign for even more money in the 2nd year. But proper fucking Chelsea Mason Mount still don't want to do that. Chelsea insists they've done everything possible, but Mount has not wanted to engage, leaving negotiations to representatives. There is belief that Mount's appointment of the intermediary, Neil Fewings from Ruth, is a clear indication of his desire to go to a Northwest club due to an agent's links to that area. Liverpool and Bayern are also interested. Chelsea have not given up signing the player to an extension and are willing to run down the player's contract if they cannot receive the wanted amount for his transfer. Many close to players say money is definitely not the reason of the failure in extending the contract, but of course they would. Of course they would. How do people still defend this guy? That's what I want to know. How do people deadass come onto this app and try and defend this bum? Oh, the club isn't treating him correctly. He's the future of Chelsea and all of that crap. Jason Steinberg has also reported that the clubs are around 20 million apart in valuation. And that's not even too bad, to be honest. I feel like 20 million can be closed down. Or maybe you can agree at 10. Well, I don't understand how people defend this guy. He has rejected 3 contract offers. Offers that would place him among our highest earners. That was what Times Sport also said. 3 rejected contract offers that would have increased Mason Mount's pay to be in line with the highest earners at Chelsea. So that would have been around 200k, maybe even 250. All this says to me is that the rumors are true. It's not about the money. He just don't want to be at Chelsea anymore, which makes sense because it seems unlikely to me that a different club is going to offer him significantly more than what we are, especially when it's being reported that we were going to place Mount among our highest earners. If we were going to do that and he still don't want to be here, then he just don't want to be here. He don't want to be at Chelsea, and that's it. He wants a new challenge. End it there. Give up with it and move on because the feeling's mutual. I'm done with Mount too. He rejected a 1-year extension with a pay rise. All that shows to me is a lack of willingness to prove himself. No humility and a massive ego. 3 contracts rejected, all with pay rises. It is what it is. He don't want to be at Chelsea. He's not proper Chelsea. Stop crying about it. And let's get this move to Manchester United sorted. British Patriot, I'm with you, bro. To me, I just see this as I'm at the finish line now. There's not a lot more of this Mount talk left. We are in June. They want Mount gone before July. So give it a couple weeks and we will finally be over and done with the Mason Mount talk. And I can't wait for that day. Brad says, are we still linked with... He's trying to catch me out again, isn't he? York Oxmo. I don't even know. Oh, fucking hell. Fucking hell, mate. Oh, dear. I just deeped it. I said your cock small. Fair enough, Brad. Have to give you a little applause for that one. Have to give you a little applause. But yeah, oh no, what a shame. Anyway, dude, Lawrence, Mo, and Charlie were waffling about Mount yesterday, claiming it's all the club's fault on their stream yesterday, and this all comes out today. Now, I'm not going to criticize what they said because I don't know what they said. But if you know what their reasoning was or their logic, I'm sure we can discuss it. Lawrence, Mo, and Charlie are my guys, innit? Big up to my people. But I do want to know what they said. Come on, man. Money, Minerals, Mason, Manchester, Mountino, bruv. You already know. We made the Money Mace chance as a joke. Turns out he is Money Mace. Mount Sand says we were only offering an 8-year deal. What's the excuse? I don't know. Let's go on to Minerals FC. Let's see what the excuse is today. Club PR agenda on Mount in full flow to make the owners look good when they're forcing the player out for cash money. Truth will come out after the shitstorm, just like Potter PR and every other bullshit narrative pushed by Ted Lasso Bowley and Siri Merchant. Who the hell is Siri Merchant? But here's the thing, doesn't Johnny just believe his own narrative on Mount? So I don't know. I'm very confused. Very, very confused. Never proper Chelsea Portsmouth fan. Do agree. Where is the Portsmouth thing? Do I still have that? Wouldn't be too bad replaying that just for some fans to remember. Proper fucking Chelsea Mason Mount. Proper fucking Chelsea. Chelsea. Fucking Chelsea.
I've always been a Portsmouth fan. My dad, that was the first game I ever went to. But Chelsea is obviously a very, very close second. That's being at the club since 6. It's my club as well. So at least they're both blue. I'm definitely blue inside.
Not for long. Not for fucking long. Not for long, mate. Big up Josh Forbes saying new Jacob Steinberg article just dropped. I think I saw this one. I also want saying that there's a £20 million valuation difference between the two clubs. But let me see if there's a few more points. We got a little thing from Anfield. Give me a little sec. Nah, Fraser, for all I know, Johnny ain't racist. I'm not going to run that one. He's never done anything to make me think that. I've never seen anything, so no. I'm not going to run that one. Mason Mount, who earns around 75k a week at Chelsea, has rejected several contract offers, with the highest one being around... if I speak, they'll say I'm an agenda merchant. $200k. Oh, that went down the wrong chute. 200k, you know. 200 fucking k. That is ridiculous. That is fucking ridiculous. Let me get this thing up as well. A thing from Anfield. Klopp and Liverpool put in a lot of legwork to ensure Mason Mount came to the club and met him and his agent as far back as last year. But the lure of Champions League football and a bigger wage packet at Man United has proved more attractive. Again, he's done it for the money. Yeah, that went down the wrong chute. Really fucked myself with that one. Can't be asked. 200k a week, though. 200k a week. It's all mad. Oh, dear. Well, time to troll some Mount stands on the timeline again. Mason Mount rejected 200k a week. You lot are funny, bruv. You lot are funny. Oh, dear. 200k is a very good wage, but also it would have been either 5+1 or 1 year. Either way, he should be signing if he really cares. Let's call it what it is. Let's just call it what it is. That brother is about as proper Chelsea as Harry Kane. And it's fine. It is fine. A man said Mount rejected 200k a week. Well, I'm glad people can't waffle that we haven't treated him fairly or anything. Oh, who am I kidding? They're still going to do it anyway. These men will fucking do it anyway, just for the fun of it. Oh, no, my thing's lagging quickly. 75k. See, I don't even mind it getting double. 200k a week is ridiculous. Who is dumber? Chelsea for offering that amount or Mount for rejecting? Man said Mount hasn't been given a fair wage and all of that shit. Get out of here. Get out of here. Just dropping a tweet out. Cool. Cool. Right, let's get into Operation Havertz. Lawrence tried to claim that it's obvious Mount's one to stay because he clapped the fans and went around the stadium almost crying in his last game. Really? Don't tell me you really fell for that. Lawrence, man, you're better than that. You're better than that, bruv. Ideally, which striker would you want this summer? Ivan Toney, but he's banned. So I'd go for Lautaro or Vlahovic. Apparently, we're talking about a Vlahovic and Lukaku swap deal. And personally, I think the best idea of getting an Italian Serie A striker is to offer Lukaku going the other way. It keeps him in Italy, offers a direct replacement to the club we're negotiating with. It's a league Lukaku understands, and it lowers his transfer fee. So let's hope we can get that one across the line. But we will have to see. Oh, shit, I need to take my chat off. Can't be arsed. Right, Operation Havertz time. Operation Kai Havertz. That's what they're calling it in Madrid. Operation Havertz has begun. Don't know what the fuck kind of operation that is, but I hope you don't miss it like Kai did. Real Madrid really appreciate Kai Havertz, says Fabrizio Romano. And Madrid believe he's a creative player with skills they currently don't have. I'm trying to hold in my laugh, but fair enough. The feeling Havertz does not quite 100% believe in the Chelsea project and would be open to leaving. Calafat, Perez, and Ancelotti all want him. The feeling is mutual. The feeling is 100% mutual with you, Kai Havertz. I have no faith in you either. For some reason, Madrid do. They see him as an Asensio replacement, which makes me wonder, if they get a striker, would they still pursue Havertz? Chelsea want big money for him. Apparently, I'm hearing around 70 to 85 million. What are we doing? But if they pay that money, what are they doing? What are they doing? I don't know. I don't know if I'm being trolled or not with this, because I don't know in what earth they want to put that money up for him. But I'm not saying nothing. If you lot think he's worth 85 million, he is a generational talent. He is a baller. He is our best player. He has been misused, underutilized, misprofiled at Chelsea. And I'm sure, I am 100% sure that you guys have the keys to unlock Kai Havertz. You will end the never-ending series of unlocking Kai Havertz. I'm sure of it. You can play him anywhere. DM, right back, up front, as an 8, as an 10. Play him in goal if you want to. Play him in goal if you want to. He will be such a great move for Real Madrid. The German Zidane. Big facts. The German Kaka. The next De Bruyne. Like, I would like, what's it called? Any Madrid fans watching to please look at this tweet that I'm going to bring up, in case you are looking for what you need out of Kai Havertz or what you think you're going to get with him. This guy has a little bit of everything. The predatory movement of Ronaldo, the pass execution of De Bruyne. He has the off-the-ball movement of Mesut Ozil, the spatial awareness of Muller, and the athleticism of a Paul Pogba. He is a target man, a false nine, an inverted forward, an attacking midfielder, a box-to-box defensive midfielder. I can tell you he can play at fullback. He can play in goal. He can play up front. He can play anywhere you need him to be. He could play all 11 positions by himself. Did you know that Kai Havertz won Chelsea the Champions League? Kai Havertz won Chelsea the Champions League, my friend, single-handedly. Single-handedly. He did that by himself. We didn't need to bring any other players onto the pitch. We just needed Kai Havertz to play by himself. Super Kai. So for 86 million, you have a man that can single-handedly win you the Champions League and the Club World Cup too. Big game Kai. A big game player, man. I will be heartbroken if we sell him. I'll be heartbroken. Losing Kai Havertz to me will be like losing Eden Hazard again. Be like losing Andreas Christensen ×2. I would hope you don't take him. But if you do, just look after him. Look after him. Treat him well. Give him everything that he needs. And I promise you, he will deliver the goods. Because he's got the minerals, my son. He's got the minerals. Big up to everyone in the comments agreeing with me as well. Thank you, guys. Real Madrid fans, do you see? I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying to you. They're all agreeing with me. We're all united. We don't want to lose Kai Havertz, but if he goes to Real Madrid, you know what? At least he doesn't go to a rival. At least he doesn't go to a rival. If Kai Havertz goes to Real Madrid, at least we don't have to deal with playing him every single season and him winning the Premier League by himself too. Because that would be very heartbreaking. That would be very heartbreaking. But yeah, let me know what you guys say. Gaslighter, what are you talking about? I don't gaslight, man. Respect the baller. He won Chelsea the Champions League, mate. Come on, man. See, that was so disrespectful. It made me leave the fucking stream. Can't be asked. Can't be asked. Big up for the extra super chat. Havertz sounds like Shazam with these comparisons. Can't be fucking bothered. Yeah, we'll always miss King Kai. We'll always miss Havertz. Yeah, I have always been supporting Kai. He won Chelsea the Champions League, mate. He won Chelsea the Champions. If you don't rate Kai Havertz, you don't rate Chelsea. You're not a Chelsea fan. If you don't rate the minerals Kai Havertz, you don't get football, man. You don't understand it. You don't understand the game. And that's fine. That's fine. So sometimes football just isn't for everyone. And if you don't understand Kai Havertz, you just don't get football. You don't get football. I said Johnny hacked him. I can't be bothered. I can't be asked. Yeah, I don't know what happened. But it's fine. Kai Havertz won the World Cup on his own whilst being blindfolded. Do you see how he tried to drag Germany through the group stages with those 2 goals against Costa Rica? Who else is doing that, man? Madrid. For you, my friend. For you. I pray you're being sarcastic. I don't know what you're talking about, mate. Don't know what you're talking about, man. What other news was there? Ziyech has links with Dortmund, but they haven't made an attempt to sign him just yet. And other than that, I think we're done for... Yeah, that's it. That's about it. Let me see what everybody's saying. I'll throw the link out for a little bit. And hopefully by the end of the stream, we have a Havertz. Here we go. I can't believe that Mount rejected 200k a week and people want to waffle about, oh, we need to give him more money and all of this shit. Shut up. Want to guarantee I don't miss out your comment while I'm sending the link out, please hit the super chat button. And also if you want to help the channel out. 1 like also equals 1 Mount gone. So let's try and get to 200 likes if we haven't reached it by now. Cool. Nearly done, my guys. Nearly done. 600 of you man in here, though, for an early stream. Big up to my guys. Big up to my guys. Oh. Cool. Think that's it. Think that is it. Yes, Scott, what are you telling me, bro? Or is he at work? Yeah, I think he's still at work. Ah, well, cool. I'm going to go for a few more of the comments then. Big up to Josh with the donation saying, I'd love to see you and Johnny have a chat on stream. No worries, Scott. Do your thing. Do your thing. I'd love to see you and Johnny have a... Me too. But Johnny don't want to chat with me anymore. Probably because I cook him on most streams. That guy will bring me on, and then I'll turn the whole chat against him in like half an hour. It's just crazy, bruv. Big up to Bobby as well. What are you telling me, Bobby? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, bruv. You?
Yeah, I'm great, bruv.
Seeing all this mount shit, man, it's hilarious.
200k a week, you know, and people are like, we're not doing the right thing for Mason Mount.
All this shit that it's not about money, and he's turning down 200 grand a week. What else is it about then?
It says they just don't want to be here, and I feel like for a lot of fans, they just need to get over it. Personally,
exactly. You don't want to.
Mount
be here.
Don't want to be at Chelsea. He hasn't wanted to be here for months, even though when I said this, they called me an agenda merchant. I'm glad people are finally starting to realize it.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. The whole everyone's been using this. The club ain't offering him what he deserves. They haven't even offered him a contract, and it's come out that he's rejected 3, and it would have put him as one of the highest earners at the club. So he doesn't want to be here. It's as simple as that.
He don't want to be here. He don't want to be at the club. He don't rate the project. He don't rate all of your banners and all of that shit. Get over it.
I was talking to a Man United fan of mine, a mate of mine, and he was saying, yeah, but it can't just be as simple as him turning down the contract for money. You've dropped him out of your team. You haven't played him. He might be worried about his future in the team and all that bullshit.
Like, what? He was starting every game before February.
That's what I said, yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is where, like...
Go on, Scott.
I'll say this is where, like, it just shows that it doesn't really matter what report you believe. Like, apart from the nonsense coming from the byline and whatnot, it doesn't matter what report you believe. Everywhere you look at it, looks bad on Mount because he's either like not wanting to stay because he thinks that he's not got enough security at the club. Which, like we said, for the previous 2 managers last season, like bar this season, right? For the previous 2 managers, he started most of the games. Like, even when he was out of form, he started most of the games. And then you can't question, like, in terms of being in managers' plans, because as I said, for most managers, he played. And, like, he was relied upon in terms of coming off the bench, even when he didn't play. It's like, or if you go from the money side, he just is after, like, so much money. And also, How much money is he after if he's rejecting, like, 200 grand a week?
Clearly wants 250, doesn't he? 250, 300. He must have.
Yeah, he wants Reece's money. That's what he wants. But he's never going to get it because he's not the same quality as Reece. That's why.
And all the people saying that he's not in the manager's plans, hasn't Fab come out and said that Poch has done everything he can behind the scenes to try and? So obviously he is in the plans. So it is about money. Do you know what I mean? What else is it?
Exactly. Like at the end of the day, this is all about him getting what he wants. And it's like Lewis said earlier. It just shows that he's got no spine and no fight and no backbone. He's just a coward and he's just egotistical. That's all it thinks. That's all it shows to me. Because he either thinks he's worth all this money, which if you think you're worth that money, go and prove it, because you've done nothing so far this season. And I'd argue even last season. I'm going to be real. You can say about the goals and assists, his performances were not 200 grand a week. They weren't. Well, yeah, as I said, he's just a bit butthurt the fact that he might not be playing every single minute rather than like most of the minutes. So yeah, he's just at the end of the day he can go. All I hope, I know it won't happen. All I hope is our fans
and also
so
too,
just before you go, Joe, I hope that our fans, I know they won't, but I hope they treat him the same way they treated Courtois. Because the thing I can say about Courtois at the very least is you can understand it because of family. Like you can go fair enough, like he wanted to move back to Madrid for his family. There's no excuse here with Mount. You're just a money grabbing piece of shit.
Courtois' more pantomime villain at this point. You're booing for the sake of it, but I don't hate Courtois. Exactly. Mount, like I think because of how embarrassed some Chelsea fans will feel about this whole situation when he goes and then when he starts milking the United move, he is 100% getting booed when he comes back. And I can't wait.
He is going to get booed.
And to also think about, obviously, him being a Chelsea boy and all that, to leave your boyhood club when he's at his worst. You know what I mean?
Exactly. He's not a Chelsea. He's not a Chelsea boy. Obviously, he wouldn't be leaving, would he? He would have signed the contract.
Exactly. Yeah.
He's on what, 70 grand a week, and he's turning down 200 grand a week. That's a massive up from 70k, especially when his form has been diabolical for 18 months. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. But the thing is with that as well is like that's what doesn't make sense. Is like so they're willing to give you a massive wage increase and sign a 1-year deal to then prove yourself. So then that just shows, like I said earlier, he's got no backbone. He's got no fight. He wants the easy way. He wants it easy.
Well, which is like fair enough. What's he doing? He's leaving.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Is like you could get a massive pay rise with a 1-year increase with a year under a new manager to prove yourself, to then potentially get an even bigger pay rise in the next season. And you don't want that. No. You want it easy. So go have it easy. Get 300 grand a week at United or whatever it's going to be, and do nothing. Sit on their bench because that's what you'll be doing.
Is there some new reports came out or something that about Mount or something?
Yeah, Mount free contract offers rejected. The latest one was 200k a week.
I see.
That was about it. There's a couple more super chats I do need to go through quickly. Brad says realistic expectations for next season. Let me come back to that just because there's a couple super chats on Mount and Kai I want to go through for relevance. Thierry says all the Mount and Kai supports refuse to let go like simps, not willing to let go of an ex already dating the next man. Fucking hell. Let them go for fuck's sake. That is a brazy analogy, but I see that, Thierry. It's exactly like that. Big up my guy. Manchester Minerals Mount says Havertz is Chelsea's best goalkeeper of the season. He is the best at making sure the ball doesn't hit the back of the net. Big facts. Super chats have been on one today. Totally agree. Brad, though, top 4, and I want a cup. Well, I don't demand top 4. I want us to compete for top 4.
I don't know, Lewis. I think we need to wait. I think people are jumping the gun too quickly on expectation, where we're going to finish. We need to wait until we see.
No, but I don't have a specific spot that I demand us to. I want us to compete for top 4 until the end of the season, and I want us to win the cup.
I was going to say, for me, it's top 6 and a cup run, like a challenge for a cup in terms. If you get to the final and you end up losing to like a City and it's close, that's calm for me. Because like again, it also depends on who we get. If we get, say for example, we were to get like for goal the weekend, I know we're not. We get like Maignan and Osimhen, like then my expectations change. Then it's definitely top 4 and definitely a cup. But for right now, top 6 and maybe a cup in there as well.
For me, it's identity. I want to see a building of an identity of what Poch want to see. I'm not really gonna put any pressure. Oh, we need to win this. We need to win that.
Top 4 minimum. Top 4 is the minimum.
Top 4 is my expectation.
It's not about only that. There's the reason we only have 1 game a week. I don't care how, like, you're a good coach, and 1 game a week you should be in top 4 with the way they're spending the money.
You know, with us looking at like.
That's why I don't think it's too harsh.
1 game a week, yes. It's not. It's a 1 game a week. Why you can demand
the extra rest, the higher tempo you can play at consistently? That helps in your hand, and you should be able to at least compete for top 4 with that. I don't know if you finish or not because again, that depends on variables, our transfer windows,
on our teams,
other clubs' transfer windows. Exactly, that's a lot of. But to say Chelsea should be competing for top 4 until the end of the season, that's a fair target for us.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not even demanding like outright finish top 4. There could be 4 better teams than us. We don't know, but you should be competing.
And the thing is, though, like obviously we finished. Where did we finish in the end? 13th or 12th? But not that it fucking matters. We know we're not. We know as a squad and with the players we're going to bring in, we aren't a 12th, 13th place team. So everyone is saying we've got to make up this massive fucking gap. We don't. If we get when Poch in like one game a week, if we can go and get an Ugarte and a Casado, there's no reason why our aim shouldn't be a top 4 challenge. In my opinion,
if we get in those targets that we set, my expectation is going to be higher than just top 4.
depends if we get a striker for me. That's when it will change for me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if we get the rebuild of the midfield, that will be concrete request top 4. If we get, for example, Ugarte and Casado, that automatically it's top 4. No question asked. I'm not even competing for top 4. That's demand of top 4. If you get in the striker, that's even bigger. How you say it? Like, that's even bigger ask. Of course, the strikers, it depends what kind of striker, but top 4 is definitely minimum. Not a chance. I'm gonna let anybody slide under the, like, especially with the teams. Like I said, we don't have a bums on this team.
Exactly.
I don't think we have as bums as people think we have.
That's what I was just trying to say. We don't. That's what people think. We've got to make this massive leap. We've just had bad managers and give up halfway through a season.
By the way, what time is the FA Cup final?
2 hours. 2 hours.
3 o'clock, yeah.
CNAC says to all the Mount Lampard comparison merchants, Lampard actually had the talent and fight to compete at Chelsea. The truth always makes you free. Mount is a snake. Like, Lampard is a brilliant example. 03 or 4 when Roman first took over and we were signing hella players, everyone was saying, Lampard was going to be the one that could potentially get phased out. No, that man put his head down and he became our best midfielder.
Because he was the hardest working trainer.
Exactly.
We see this all the time at every club. Like, we see this all the time with players. Like, if players, like, we're seeing it at our club. Look at this, like, this season where we've all the players we've had, where we've had guys like Loftus-Cheek and Chalobah who want to stay and fight, despite the fact that they're not the best player. Like, they're not amazing, but the fact that they are willing to stay and fight for their place over guys that are better than them, says a lot.
Scott.
Arsenal fever, I want to bring this one up as well. I don't care about all these managers that like him. Fucking Jurgen Klopp wanted Julian Brandt and Götze instead of Sadio Mane and Salah. Fucking Mourinho and Conte loved off Eric Dyer and Davinson Sanchez as centre-backs. Like, we can do this if we want to, but it doesn't mean managers are always correct in in the sort of players that they want to stand by and back. Football's about opinions. Simple as that.
Hold on, Scott. Robin Loftus-Cheek. I'm done. I don't care how much you want to fight for your spot. You see what I'm saying? Like, you've been fighting for your spot since 7 years ago. I mean, it's time to cut the umbilical cord.
Yeah, with Cheek, I agree with you.
That's not the point I made, though. It's like, at least these guys want to fight. Like, the only guy that wants to actively leave is the guy who isn't being given a pathway.
Yeah, exactly.
The only guy that's trying to leave, apart from Mount, the only guy actively trying to leave is the guy that isn't being given a pathway. And I kind of don't blame it, because he, like, at this point, it kind of needs to be show, don't tell. Like, show me you're going to give me this pathway rather than keep telling me you're going to be given it, because we've seen it before. But yeah, this guy has been given the most amount of minutes, I would argue, apart from maybe Havertz over the last 3 years. And he's pissed off that he doesn't, like, he doesn't have stability.
What about Chalobah, for example? Problem with Chalobah, it's not like, I don't think the reason why it was a club situation where, like, we need to buy a player in this position, but we have a Chalobah. But I don't think the club ever saw Chalobah as the big prospect in that position. So no matter how the kid is gonna try, he always will be superseded by 80 million pounds for Fana.
Yeah.
So I think it's the best way for Chalobah, just move on and accept that the club doesn't see him the way he sees himself. And fair to Chalobah, I don't think club was ever giving him a proper chance. But
the preseason he come in unexpectedly, didn't he? If you remember.
Yeah. He was forced in that position, by the way, because we are short in the centre backs in that position.
Zuma left him, couldn't get Kunde. And I want to say on Mount here, when you look historically in the Premier League, when have you ever seen a club where they have a crown jewel, an English player that's so hell-bent on leaving? I can't remember. English players are non. No, but English players are known mostly.
You've only
That's
ever
all-
really had it with Rooney, haven't you? But his was more to get a bigger contract at United.
I would
we
say
are
the only-
you're known for
Nah.
staying at one club. It's like it's rare to see.
You remember when
happens,
Rooney
but I'm
handed
saying
the
about
transfer
big-
request in and stuff?
Yeah,
That's the only one I can think of.
Well, he was for the reason of the money to get.
Yeah,
it.
he just
Like,
wanted a bigger contract.
even John Terry did that. That thing. That's
Yeah,
why-
John Terry flirted with Man City, didn't he?
Yeah, that's why I said there's not going to be any Chelsea players anymore that I will put my name on the jersey because of John Terry was the last one. He was used it. He was flirting with Lewin just to get his salary higher, and that's
or
not.
Lampard with Inter Milan.
Lampard was when
nah,
Jose. Lampard never really.
nah.
Yeah, Lampard never really. Took
That
it
was
serious.
not the same. He
It was just
not
the reports
same.
because Jose had just gone to Inter, hadn't he?
Yeah. Everywhere Jose went, Lampard and Didier Drogba was following him everywhere. But that's not.
No, apparently gave Jose his word. I've read that somewhere.
Dude, if you read somewhere on the toilet paper in somebody's public bathroom, I don't gonna take your word for it, man.
Fucking hell.
All right, there's no need for that, mate.
Brad
we're
says
sharing
doesn't,
information here, mate. Yeah, no need.
Brad says doesn't top 5 get us UCL next season, or is that only if an English club wins? Either way, you should go far in both league and FA Cup with no Europe. Exactly, but I think top 5 is dependent on your coefficient.
I don't get
I
this
know.
top
I
5 thing.
think it
I keep
depends
seeing
on. I think it depends on the new format because isn't not the season
more
coming.
teams
it's
the season after, isn't there?
Yeah, the season after is more teams. So I don't know if that means that like every league is going to get an extra.
No,
place. It's like 32 teams, isn't it, or something in the
Yeah.
Champions League or something like that.
36 teams.
36, yeah. So it's going to be more teams. So I don't know if it's going to work like that. So like maybe the top 5 leagues get like one extra place or something, or I don't know how.
No, I think it's the best performing league that get the extra space.
Yeah, I think it.
So
Roberto's right. Yeah.
that extra spot
fair.
could go to Italy, could go to France, could go to England.
Either way,
So-
just finish in the top 4 and take care of the top 5. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Just take care of
Just
yourself.
take care of yourself. Exactly.
Sean says JT, Lampard, Drogba had clubs at their feet offering massive wage increases, but they stayed for less. Elite players and actual legends, not this
This
muffin.
is not.
I get the point. They didn't stay for less. They
Yeah.
ended up getting big wages here, but like the point does still stand in a way where like they did have a lot of clubs offering wages, and it's like at the end of the day,
We
these
met
guys
those wages.
and but the thing is, the biggest thing about these guys is they earned those wages
They-
through their
exactly.
performance.
Exactly. Lampard
You had
specifically.
look at the guys you've mentioned. You've got one of the best centre backs ever in the Premier League, like arguably top 3. You've got
Best
again
midfielder.
one of the best midfielders in the Premier League, the best in terms of numbers, the best midfielder in the Premier League, and you've got one of the biggest big game players in the Premier
Clutch
League ever.
player ever, mate. Drogba.
Like you can't like these are pedestals. These guys get put on pedestals they deserve because of their performances. Like this guy has done nothing. He had one
Lampard.
really good season, one decent season that was inflated by the numbers, and one terrible season.
Lampard actually, he turned down. There's not. If you gotta look at the Lampard years at Chelsea and what Real Madrid, when he was like the same time, I think Lampard was never the person that publicly used some links to raise his salary.
No,
The
Lampard
guy
never done
was
that.
that good. That's the reason why he was always raising get a big salary. One of the best midfielders ever in the world, and he didn't have to. He didn't have to use the same tactics as JT did to raise his salary. You see what I'm saying? Lampard was that good of the player, and so does Didier Drogba. Didier Drogba was never the player you know what I'm saying? Like there was on the high rankings on the other clubs to come over there because not everybody would like to play the way that Didier played. So you telling me that Inter could afford the same wages as Roman? No.
No way.
I can tell you that. You tell me that he can go to Real Madrid? No. Real Madrid did not play the same way that Chelsea played. So no, they did not want Didier Drogba. You see what I'm saying? Unless Mourinho was there. But that's what I'm trying to say. That Lampard was the one that actually could go in the other places, but you never heard of him doing that stuff. JT did when he flirted with City, and that's it. That's the only player that actually used it to raise his salary. Another thing, if you want to see the way I see Mount, Lingard is the one that I see Mount is what like the, you see what I'm saying? For me,
Yeah.
I mean, there's always potential there, but I don't know if he will fulfill them. That's how I see it. Jesse Lingard is this is exactly what Chelsea have in Mount right this moment. Of course, he achieved higher than Lingard and all that, but technically, that's how I see him at this moment. And I don't know if he will improve it.
Mount for me is a player that's like a 6 out of 10 at every attribute, but he's not special at one attribute. So he will never be anything other than, for me, a bog standard player. He will never be an elite player. Never.
Do you know what's strength? I think Man United should be all over Mateo Kovacic, because I think he fit what they need. He will replace Eriksen, and he'll play really well next to Casemiro. I don't know why they're so keen on Mount, but anyways,
What do we care?
Telling them.
I know, right? They should be all over Kovacic.
Because fuck that.
They need ball progression in midfield. They don't have that, and Kovacic will help them.
The only
with
thing
that.
with Kovacic, though, Rodrigo, is he can progress the ball, but he can't really control the midfield.
No, they don't need that. They have Casemiro and him and Bruno. So he all he has to do progress from Casemiro to Bruno. He can be that link.
Yeah.
But and he beat the press. He'll be like I think he'll be the only press resistant midfield they have if they did sign him. They don't have any resistant
maybe
midfield.
they were just informed that Man City are already there and he wants to go City, so they think, what's the point? You know?
Maybe. City have agreed personal terms with Kovacic and are confident of completing the transfer.
How much was it? 30, 40 million? That's good money.
35.
Because I'll say that's nearly recouping everything we spent on him.
Yeah,
which is,
and he's
how
like,
much did you
30?
pay? I was going to ask 40?
40.
I think it was 40 million euros, wasn't it?
Yeah.
40 mil.
Wow.
With 1 year left on his contract and
he's declined and dropped.
4 season, I'll say that much.
I don't think he's declined.
Maybe
as
not
much
declined,
as,
the wrong, downfall.
I don't think he declined. I think he just gave up. I just think it's like
just went on the beach.
Yeah.
That's wrong
but
for me to say.
Tell you the truth, he is really, really technical player. He will suit City quite well. I don't think he suits Chelsea, but he will suit City.
Better system, less roles. Just simpler job.
Tighter spaces. You press the team against the will. Well, kind of against the will in their own box. You kind of press them over there. You know what I'm saying? So he will have a little bit of freedom to do that, and like you don't have to be worried about the counterattacking because you have a Rodri in the back. So.
I think I see something on Kovacic as well, which I don't know how accurate it was. It was like the last 4 seasons he hasn't completed more than 30 games. But that can't be right.
That is true.
Yeah, but he'll be dead for City, so that won't matter.
Yeah, true.
That's actually saying that he's going to be dead because the way Pep rotate the players, especially in the
depth isn't a bad thing though. I feel like
I'm not even saying a bad or not bad thing. I'm saying like the way Pep is never a concrete starting 11 for them.
Yeah, but that still works to his benefit. That means a bit less game time, a bit less of a rush to get back into fitness for games and everything. He can be a lot slower with his recovery time after games, after injuries and all sorts.
Kovacic is no Rodri. Oh, please.
Who said he was?
I know, right?
He's replacing anyone as Gundogan, not Rodri.
I don't think he's replacing Gundogan. I think he's replacing Silva.
Yeah,
I think Bernardo's going to go.
Oh, Bernardo.
Yeah, I think Silva's wanted to be leaving for about a year or 2 now.
3 years, isn't he? He's wanted to go.
No one can afford him.
Something like that. And I think, apparently Gundogan, they've offered him a contract. Like they've actually offered him a contract now that's like a 2-year deal.
He looks like staying.
Yeah, so I think it'll be Bernardo Silva here replacing.
I don't think Barca don't have money.
Fraser, don't make me laugh.
PSG link, no Rodrigo.
Or he might just be like another player they can use on the bench, like him, because I know they were having like that Peroni guy on the bench. Like he might replace him and they loan him out.
Yeah.
Like, they've got enough space on that bench.
Exactly for Silva and Gundogan, because if they win triple, both of them are gone.
You think?
They got Jimmy.
If they win the triple, both of them are gone.
Stop. Every year we always announcing other teams' player leaving and they never go anywhere. Cut it out. Listen, Kova cannot be a Gundogan replacement. Cannot, will not, ever. Do not mention their names in the same sentence. Gundogan last year scored more goals than Kova has in his entire career in the Prem.
You know what? The one I'm laughing at don't even take a lot.
I think we mean like
Hold on. If you're replacing a player, you don't have to be like for like, but you at least have to be somewhere near in the category of that player. Gundogan scores goals. Not that every now and then worldy. No, he scores goals. Big goals. Big game goal. Hold on. Big game goals. That season when KDB got injured, Gundogan scored like 13 in like 15 games. Don't mention Kovacic. It's so easy to say he's going to replace a player. No, he cannot be a Gundogan replacement. Gundogan scores goals. So he cannot be a Gundogan replacement.
I don't think he's going to replace him anyway, so I think he stays.
I'll say again, he's not. No one's saying he's a replacement. No one's saying he's as good.
When you say he's a Gundogan replacement, that's exactly what you're saying, Scott.
I didn't say it was good.
Everybody just said.
I don't think Gundogan replacement. That means that I don't think we're ready to sign the player, or we might think that actually have academy player that could fix that. So we're using as a temporary patch as a Kovacic. But nobody said that the Kova and Gundogan are the same quality.
Is Gundogan the same sort of player as David Silva?
No.
Yeah, because that's who replaced Silva in the squad.
Exactly.
They're not the same player, but that's who replaced Silva in the starting 11 in the squad.
Yeah,
so it doesn't matter. Also, on the goals thing, he's a good goal scorer. Just going to say that season he got like 13 goals. He was their penalty taker. So, just going to put that out there.
How many penalties did he score, Scott?
I can look it up, but he was their penalty taker.
If you don't know how many he looked, how are you going to put that out there? It's irrelevant.
But he was a penalty taker.
But it's irrelevant if you're throwing it out there as something to defend something. You know what I seen him score? Open play goals. You know what Kova don't score? Open play goals. I don't care how many penalties he took. He scored goals.
If you're comparing,
Kova doesn't score goals.
There's no comparison.
He has output. Kova doesn't have output.
You know what will be funny? It's actually I just want to see how Kovacic does do the penalties, because that's a scary sight to see. I would not want Kovacic.
Exactly. Kova would hit the fucking corner flag with a penalty.
And the next stadium.
I think they're signing Kova to play in the double pivot.
And don't get me wrong, Kovacic won't flop there, but this whole idea that he would cook, I don't buy into. He won't be a flop. He'll be okay, but he ain't no Gundogan replacement because Gundogan's a goal scorer. He scores goals. Goals.
He'll cook because he's a good player going to play under an elite level manager and an elite team.
So why all of a sudden, can I ask y'all this? Why his injury issue is an issue with us, but he's leaving now to go to Man City? Nobody talks about his injury issue. Nobody.
Because the difference is because he had to play.
There's no difference. He's an injury-prone player. There's no difference.
The difference is, for us, he was having to play every single game. For City, he's going in there to be a rotational piece.
Injury-prone players get injured. It don't matter. They get injured. That's what they do. It doesn't matter how many games you play.
That's also not true if you manage their game time.
Reece James was injured. We brought him back. We managed his games, set him down. He got injured again.
Jimmy, can I ask you a question? How many times has Madueke been injured since we bought him?
How many games have he played?
No, exactly. So it matters about the games you play.
He hasn't played to get injured, is my point.
Yes, cool. So what I'm saying is if Kova plays no games, he's not going to get injured. If he
plays no games, he ain't gonna cook neither.
If his game time is managed,
man, come on, you trying to have it all ways. So basically, everything is
Jimmy, you gotta let him land, brother. You gotta let him land.
If he gets game his game time is managed, then he'll be fine. Because guess what? The only time he'll get injured constantly is if he's being asked to do more work than he needs to, which in that City team, he won't be asked to be doing more work than he needs to. Or if he's playing,
Jimmy,
he's over-relied on.
He's an injury-prone player.
Jimmy, look. No, Jimmy. Look at this situation. What was the part of the team? Which part of?
Actually, sorry, Alex. Before you go, I just want it. Can I ask you a question, Jimmy? How many times did Haaland get injured last season for Dortmund?
Yeah, quite a lot.
And how many times has he been injured this season for City?
So you gonna tell me he didn't play a lot this year?
No. Answer the question, because that's an injury-prone player in your mind.
Because he got injured.
Did he have an injury in March?
He did get injured this year. He did get injured this year. So what you're saying is concrete.
So what you're saying, one injury, and he was there for most of the season.
So he got injured. An injury-prone player got injured.
There we go, my man. And he played most of the season though. So
was that supposed to make your point when you just told me that an injury-prone player got injured?
No, but
how's that help you?
He had one
your
injury.
Point is he wasn't going to cook because he's going to be injured.
But he had one injury, but he got injured, right?
If we're going to move the goalpost, we can do this. So I've just told you. You told me that he won't cook because he's going to get injured all the time. That was your point about this. But I've just told you of someone who was injury-prone last season, got injured once, maybe twice this season, and
so that's going to work for everybody. So everybody's the same.
I'm giving you an example.
You gave me an example of a kid. You gave me an example of a kid. We're talking about Kova, who's almost 30.
Christ. Why are we fighting over this?
Jimmy,
nobody fighting, man. Stop calling everything fighting. I hate when y'all do that gentle shit.
No, but why are you shouting then? We can all shout.
Because I talk passionately. Ain't no fault how I talk passionately. What are you shouting? Y'all, man, shut up. Don't dictate how I talk. Shut the fuck up, man. I hate when people do that. I'm fucking worried about how I talk. Turn your fucking headphones down. I hate that punk ass shit. Don't do that punk ass shit. Where are you shouting? Sound like my fucking wife. Shut up, man.
Look, I think it's a point that actually kind of like a real point. Like the less games you play, the less chances of you gonna get injured. And specifically with Pep, that's the key. That the way play, we do not let the players to come to that condition when we overplayed. For example, with Chelsea, for example, with Chelsea, we depended on Kova and Jorginho so much because there's nobody else could have done that job the way they doing it. You see what I'm saying? So we had to play them all the time and stuff like that.
So that's what y'all blaming the injury. Every injury y'all blaming on.
No, not injury. We're not blaming. First of all, we're not blaming.
But y'all saying his injury is because he's overplayed, but there's no proof behind that. Y'all do know that, right?
No, it's not. Yes, there is. The way they play, it's.
What do you mean? Yes, there is. Okay, fucking Dr. Scott. Now, where's the proof?
Man.
Where's the proof?
Yeah, but Jimmy, it's just basic knowledge. If you're overplayed,
no, it's not basic knowledge because injuries happen. No, I said you cannot prove Kova injuries are from overplaying. You cannot prove that. You do not have his fucking medical record in front of you.
Actually, Jimmy, you can see the way that.
Oh my God, yo, you guys cannot tell me. You guys know for sure their injuries are from overplaying. You cannot tell me that.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it obviously increases the more likely you're an injury-prone player and you're being overplayed. You're bound to get an injury, no?
I think.
If you're an injury-prone player, then you're gonna get injured. It don't matter how much you play. You're going to get injured. That's what it's called to be injury-prone. It's not if you're gonna get injured, but when. So if you're injury-prone, you're going to get injured.
I ask what the point of this conversation is.
I know, right?
The point of this conversation is Kova's gonna be hurt. That's what I said. I said, why the fuck every player that leaves Chelsea, at the minute they leave Chelsea, everything's gonna be perfect.
Can I ask you a question? Do you know how many games Kovacic missed this season through injury?
No, bro. Stop asking me fucking questions. Like this is not a questionnaire. You know I don't know how many games he missed. Why would I walk around knowing how many games Kova missed?
I'm telling you, he missed 6 games from injury this season for Chelsea. So why
is he an injury-prone player? Is he an injury-prone player?
Again, so your point again at the start of this is he's not.
Yes or no? Is he yes or no? Is he an injury-prone player?
Let me fucking finish, since you just want to shout. Like, your whole point to begin this was he's not going to cook because he's going to be injured all the time.
That wasn't my whole point to begin this.
No,
that was not. No, my dick.
Yes, it was.
That
Yes,
was
it was
not my
your
point.
point.
Don't tell me what my point was, fuckhead. That wasn't my fucking point.
Yes, it was.
My point was he wasn't a Gundogan replacement. Since you really want to know what my point was.
And we told you he's not being the replacement. I said that, and then your point was no. And then your next
Lewis said that, but you can't tell me that.
Your next point was, I don't know who's telling.
Tell me what my point was. Don't tell me what my point was. This is what you do. Try to do the dictator conversation. Don't tell me what my point was. You want to know my point? I'll tell you my point.
That's mad ironic coming from you. Your point then was, I don't know why people are saying.
Don't tell me my point. I'll tell you. Want to know my point? I'll tell you. Ask me. Don't tell me my point.
You're not letting him talk to me.
Exactly.
It don't matter because if he's gonna tell me my point, I'm gonna cut him off.
Like, your point then was, he's not going to cook. I don't know why people are saying he's going to cook because he's injured all the time. And I've just told you.
That was not my fucking point. That was not my point.
Guys, calma. So, Jimmy, what was your point?
I said Gundogan score goals and he fucking does it. That was my point.
What was the point of the injury conversation? What was the whole point of that?
I said every time a player leaves Chelsea, all of a sudden their injuries don't matter. That's what I said. That's what I said.
Yeah, who brought that up? Who said that?
What injury-prone players have we sold in the past? Does anyone remember?
No, I'm saying anytime a player leaves Chelsea, their injury problems is always ignored. Anything about them negative is ignored, and they're going to cook. That was my point.
How did Robin?
What was Robin's injuries like after
I think he didn't have none, really, did he?
That was my point. To the point where we sit here and watch Havertz play like shit for us. The minute somebody, but if he goes to Pep, he'll score 25 goals. Like, what the fuck? If he go to Real Madrid, he'll do this. If he go there, every player that's going to leave us is going to be fucking Ballon d'Or contenders. That was my point.
I don't understand. You're shouting at clouds. No one has said anything about Havertz. No one has said any of this stuff, and you're shouting at clouds for no reason.
Robin has like 4 pages of injuries, but only 2 injuries at Chelsea, 2 long-term injuries.
You just said, everybody just said that Kovacic would cook. So what do you mean nobody made those points?
Who said Kovacic would cook? Listen,
who said something about Havertz?
Man City.
What was SCN's injury history like?
Yeah, no one says gonna cook. We were.
Man, shut up! Stop saying nobody said he's gonna cook. That's what everybody always says.
Before you came here, right? We were saying.
It's not before I came here. I was here the whole fucking time. I've been here the whole time.
Can you listen?
Don't say before I came here. I've been here the whole time.
Wait, Rodrigo, what are you saying?
Yeah, basically. We were saying, right, we spent 40 million euros on cover and we potentially gonna get 35 million pounds. No one on this panel, as far as I heard, is complaining why we're selling him or he's going to cook up. No, we happy. Everyone is happy he's going.
So I never said nobody wasn't happy. So what the fuck you say that for? You said that to make what point?
So why did you come with some next energy as if
Hey, you're bro. Some people I've realized you and Johnny are one and the same. You and like other people, you and Johnny are one and the same.
Suck a dick. Fuck you talk about me and Johnny one and the same.
One and the same.
Shut the fuck up. Fuck is you talk about me and Johnny one and the same.
One and the same.
Shut your bitch ass up. You's a pussy. Don't fucking tell me who I'm like.
I'm very good. I'm very good.
Man, shut your bitch ass up about me and Johnny one and the same. Don't tell me about I'm like no Johnny. Shut the fuck up. You don't know me. You don't fucking know me to tell me what I'm like.
One and the same.
Let's have that right. Fucking telling me about I'm like Johnny. Shut the fuck
Jimmy,
up.
you lose your shit too easily, man.
Bro, shut
the fuck up. I don't give a fuck about y'all opinion of me, bro. You talking to a grown ass man.
You shut the fuck up.
I don't care. This ain't no therapy session. Y'all shut the fuck up. You want me to fucking psychoanalyze y'all pussies too? I can do that too.
Go ahead.
Hey, Dana,
what's wrong with y'all? I don't give a fuck. You lose your shit too easy. So what? And I think y'all some pussies sometimes. So there's the balance. I'm too hard and y'all too soft.
I'm not soft.
What is the difference?
You're the softest one then, because you.
Man, shut the fuck up. Y'all dudes are pussies. Y'all hear 2 men going back and forth. You say, calm down, stop fighting. Fighting is 2 people punching.
You're the pussy.
Shut the fuck up, man.
You get offended by words.
Fuck up, man. That dude was like a bunch of pussies, man.
You are the one. You are a pussy because you get
Hey,
offended.
Adrian, I don't know, my friend.
Who's offended? What the fuck is you talking about? Ain't nobody offended. If I was offended, I'd have been telling you about your mother.
Yo, everyone calm
What is you talking about?
Yo, chill.
We're talking about football. We're having a disagreement. Fuck is you talking about?
We haven't talked about
I'm
football
not
for about
saying
5
nothing
minutes.
like Jimmy, but I'm just saying your energy is different to mine. I don't need to be shouting to make a point.
Exactly.
Bro, I don't care if you don't shout. That's your choice.
Scream, I shout, I let it
So
out.
that makes you better than me? Because I talk loud and you talk low, that makes you better than me?
You're not letting me speak, so it doesn't matter.
Who said
I'm
that?
asking you a question.
Who said that?
What's just with the shouting at clouds for
I'm
no
not mad at
reason?
you for nothing. But I'm
Yo,
saying
Adam
because I don't
CFC,
need to
shut
shout
up,
and
you
scream,
pussy
it does not make me a pussy, does it?
Adam CFC, bro. Dickhead Adam.
What is you
Fuck
talking
you,
about?
Adam.
That nigga's like some bunch of pussies, man.
Oh, fuck
Cause y'all
me.
hear some shouting, y'all act like
is the
bitches.
best comments today so far.
Fuck you, Alex, as well, bro. Yo, Scott, I got a question for you, Scott.
Go ahead, bro. Just anything to get back.
Yeah, it's on football. It's on football. Listen, can we agree that Mason Mount, Mason Mount, under. Now, being serious, I want to ask you a genuine question.
I wasn't laughing at you. I wasn't laughing at you.
Okay, genuine question, right? When he, under Tuchel in the Champions League run, I think he performed well. Yeah, I think we can agree on that.
Habibi, can you do me a favor? Can you lower your tone just 2 octaves? It's a little bit loud. I'm offended. It's you're just a little bit scary. You sound scared.
Carry on, Ziad.
Okay, and then I think he
Just a
done
little
well
bit
then.
lower. I'm scared.
And then what about the following season? So last season he got a lot. I think 10 goals, 11 assists. But to my eye, he wasn't good though. But he got good numbers.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Nobody
like,
cares about your eye. You rate
Yo, fuck you, Alex, bro. I'm asking Scott a question, bro.
He's like my eye.
Like eye test, bro. Eye test.
Hey, you need lost,
man. Your eye test is the ZH, man.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like that's what I said earlier. Last season was a decent season. I think was inflated by the like GNA. Like it was GNA from a stats perspective in terms of goals and assists. It was great, but then like you watch the games and there were so many games.
Or even his goals, 6 or 7 of them come against Norwich, Bournemouth, Southampton.
Yeah, it was kind of like the Tammy season. It was kind of like the Tammy season where he scored loads of goals, but like you look at it, and a lot of them were in a short period of time. And then you actually go and watch some of the performances, and it's just horrible watching. Yeah, I think that's the thing.
I can name you 2 players right now that prove GNA is bullshit. Sancho and Grealish. Go look at their GNA.
Yeah, they don't have it, do they? But they're
No.
Grealish is good.
Sancho's GNA is better than Grealish.
Exactly.
And Grealish has had a great fucking season.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And Sancho has been dog shit. Shit. So GNA ain't shit.
The example I'll always go back to is if you look at the goals and assists, Bruno Fernandes has more goals and assists at club level than both Johan Cruyff and Cantona and Zidane.
And Zidane, yeah, that's what it is. Zidane, exactly.
Yeah, but you know, Bruno, you lot are going to laugh. I actually think Bruno's a decent player.
We mean decent. Bruno's better than decent.
Yeah, like, I think he gets. That he's no good. But
yeah, he gets. He's just not techie, so he gets slagged off. But he's more than decent.
Yeah,
fuck that. I would take Bruno. I take Bruno, and he fights for his team. Like I
he's a fucking rat, bro.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I hate him.
I don't give a fuck. But I see how he stays in the ref's ear. He's the type of player I want on my team. I hate him as an opponent.
Jimmy, he calls somebody a rat, but hold on a second. And you follow Ziyech to his freaking.
Ziyech doesn't bitch like him. He's a fucking rat, bro.
He's been crying of living for 2 years.
No, he hasn't. Not publicly, he hasn't. Stop the
publicly.
Cat. Stop the cat. Respect Ziyech's attitude. Respect him. He hasn't done a little bitch
attitude.
Move
That's
saying,
the biggest
I refuse
problem
to play.
I have with
None of
Ziyech
that.
is the attitude,
let's not start this, Alex, because you're going to lose, son. You're going to lose, mate. Let's not do this.
You calling me a son, man? You freaking sperm, though. That Ziyech boy is the biggest problem of him. It's the attitude. It's the way he.
That is such cap. Oh my days.
Oh that my word! Cap. The way he goes into the challenges, the way he behaves. Come on, Ziyech.
No, man.
Oh my word, man.
That is cap. Listen, man. He's friends with someone who
I don't care
cocaine,
who his friends. He doesn't know you, man.
Nah,
That's
man,
the
he knows
biggest
me. I
thing
know
is,
him.
but
We
you
know
follow
him.
him
You know what I'm saying?
with binoculars. If you want to compare somebody to Jimmy, compare not to Jimmy, to Minerals. Compare this
Oh shit,
ZH to
Or
Minerals.
get Minerals on the
That's
stream
what.
right now, man. I'll
That's
put him in
what.
a split,
That's
man.
what
I'll
you should be
smoke him, man.
compared
What's
to,
this guy? What is he?
because
He's got
that's
nothing on
how
me,
you
man.
compare them.
Yeah, man. He
Jimmy
shits on
no
ZH more than
minerals.
he has hot dinners, bro. I need to
Ziat
fight
is
him
the
for that, bro.
minerals. That's what it is. Look at this.
Just steeped that there was a couple super chats I didn't go through, so I'm just going to get to them quickly. Up Dwayne saying we scouting that Valencia keeper 6'6". Any truth? That's that Marmadashvili goalkeeper. I think Fabrizio reported it yesterday. Sent scouts to watch him. Apparently, he's an impressive goalkeeper, but I haven't seen anything of him just yet. So.
I watched the game Valencia Real Madrid. I know it's a funny old game. He was unbelievable in that game. There's a save he made on Valverde. I don't know how he did it. 1-on-1. He has like cat reflexes. Obviously, I only watched like 2 games. So in those 2 games, I was very.
Yes, Galib messaged me yesterday. I told you we were looking for him since December. You didn't believe me. I still don't believe you, man. But yeah.
Thierry says the parallel between Mount and Mata is funny. Average player, assisted the goal in the Champions League final. Thinks he's all that and goes to Rotten United. Bro, this is
whoa, Mata average player. You fucking high tier on you.
No. Mata had more assists in one season than fucking and then
Hang on,
what
does he
you call
call
it
him
had
Mata
this
average?
entire career.
No, he's saying they're both the same. They're not the same, brother. They're not the
No,
same.
refund that super chat. Yo, refund that super chat. Refund
That's
it.
fucking
Refund
cap.
it.
One Mata at Chelsea
You can refund it your
magic.
Didn't Mata have a season of like fucking 52 GNA? Like fucking.
Yeah, he had like 20 odd
39 assists and like 19 goals.
And we're going to compare Mount to Mount.
That's more assists than Mount had
And
since
it
he's
had
been here.
nothing to do with the contract of Mata leaving, by the way.
It was
Bro,
Mourinho.
I'm not even going to go on the fact like either about Mata in terms of Chelsea. Go and watch him at Valencia. Even at United, he was good, and he played right mid.
Right wing, wasn't it? Yeah.
One Mata
talking about Mata.
One Mata's weak foot has more talent than both of Mount's feet. Like, let's just leave it at that. Like,
Mata
was completely different.
So Mata's like
that guy wasn't generational talent at Chelsea.
I was devastated.
But you see left-footed players, Lewis. You see left-footed players like Mata and Zish. They only need 1 foot.
You remember he's got
they
white
don't
hot
need
lane
2
when he
feet.
threw it down on the
What do you
right.
mean,
Mata had the right foot too, man.
Mata have 2 feet. Ziyech
Nah,
got
man.
Yeah, Ziyech is the one that
Mata
one-footed
can play
pirate.
with 1 foot the whole game.
No, he got 2 feet. They just both left.
Yeah, Mata was ruined at United because they just put him on the wing all the time. They played him centrally, bruv. Liquid football.
How
and
old
even
was Mata
then,
when we sold
he had lots of patches of brilliant
Don't
individual.
you ever put the Ziyech to the same as Mata, man? Don't ever, man.
Matt was like, I was devastated. But fuck, we
And
do
deep
that.
how good Mata is. This is the way we speak about him, and he was here for 2.5 years. That brother was fucking different.
Oh, he's one guy I maintain. If we'd have kept him for as long as we kept Hazard, he'd have been at like.
He'd be a legend.
He spoke about in the same way we speak about Hazard.
Yep, he would be a club legend.
It would have been Mata, David Silva debates throughout the 2010s.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, they would have been.
Like,
Art says, I didn't know you had Joe Budden on your streams. Mad. But I appreciate the donation, my guy. And Winter Surfer says, Mata, Mount parallel. Respectfully, F you, dumbass. It's a brazy
I've just sorry to interrupt. I've just blocked as well.
The fuck?
I saw a chat that mentioned this. I just want to check if it's true, and it is. In the 12-13 season, he got 54 goals and assists that season.
Yeah.
In all comps.
It was unbelievable.
What the fuck?
That's what I was saying. Do you not remember his performance at White Hart Lane?
He nearly got a goal or an assist every game.
Unbelievable.
He got what? 39 assists in the league that season. No, not in the league.
All comps.
In the season.
No, he got 35 assists in all comps and 19 goals.
The only
You've scored 3 more goals in the league this season.
The only thing I would think that Mata was not good. He wouldn't have a long career no matter where he went in the Premier League. He will feel it. He will feel it within the end of his career.
Like the physicality, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because those kind of tens, they usually get beat up at the. You know what I'm saying? Like, we usually get beat up. But yeah, there's no way Mata. Whoever thinks that Mata and Mount even comparable,
it's fucking embarrassing.
It's embarrassing, man. The quality of Mata, man.
if it wasn't for Lampard, Mata would make our all-time 11, I'd say, as a number 10, potentially. Like, there's a conversation to be had, is what I'll put out there.
I
But he
think
makes
Mata
as a
is definitely more creative than like he sees the game differently than I will put Mata on the same creativity level as Fabregas.
Mhm.
Fabregas is
Yeah.
more creative than for me than Lampard was. Lampard knows the angles. Lampard knows the geometry, like the field position of but what's his name? But Mata, he can do the dinking, he can do the
Like the eye, the
tiny
needle and stuff.
passes.
Yeah.
He can, you know what I'm saying? Like there's the levels to it a little bit. Don't get me wrong, Lampard is a legend in the midfield, but when it comes to the tiny spaces, nobody had anything on Fabregas. Fabregas one of the best in the Premier League in the business in that sentence.
Lewis, can you bring up Pokudoku's comment, the last one?
Oh shit.
Do you guys
This
think
is
Mata?
Pokudoku?
Not
Yeah,
Oscar, no.
Oscar,
That's
no. Mata, yes. Oscar, no. Like,
No way
Oscar
Oscar,
just didn't have the talent. Mata, yes. He just, again, like kind of Alex said, it didn't. We only kept him for 2 years. United, it just didn't work because, yeah, they played him out
And
on
did
the
you
wing.
say he was 26, Scott, when we sold him?
No, I think he was 23 when we signed him.
When we sold
Yeah,
him,
he
I
was
mean.
quite young when
When we sold him, I don't know.
27. I
Fucking
think
hell, man.
Don't get me wrong. Oscar was the quality player.
Oscar was good.
Yeah, Oscar was good. Don't get me wrong, but I
No,
think
he
like
was.
in the technical level, that's
Yeah,
what I think the problem was. Why Jose decided Mata
Oscar
or
was-
Oscar in the first place?
Yeah, he was.
I don't
So, no.
never understood that. Why did you have to get rid of one of them? Like, there's no reason. Oscar could play deeper. That's
Yeah,
my
but
problem
Jose
with that.
played him as the 10 now, didn't he? And with the work rate.
I couldn't understand why he played Oscar where he played, because he could play them slightly deeper and let them all play in the same team.
Yeah.
Yeah, to answer your question though, Bobby, he was 26 and we sold him, so he was literally hitting his
Oh,
peak.
my God. As much as I love Mourinho, he's made some fucking howlers.
I say this is why as well, by the way, that this is just go back to the Mount thing of like, I don't care. Well, this is a guy who came in and like was at Chelsea for like around the same sort of age as Mount is now, and was putting up numbers and performances that like to an unbelievable level that we sold as he was hitting his prime. And you expect me to be upset and get pissed off and think the club has failed because we're letting go of some average baller.
But why do you think he's leaving, Scott?
It's the point where when it starts getting hard, the first thing he wants to do is turn tail and run. The moment he gets different.
Why do you think he's leaving? Is it because he doesn't trust the vision, or is it because of money?
Either or, I said it earlier. Either or, it shows that he's just all he cares about is money, which just shows all the proper Chelsea shit to be bullshit. Or he's a coward because the moment things get tough, he wants to run. So either or,
I don't think he's actually ever. You see, the problem with saying he's a proper Chelsea, I don't think he was ever doing it on his own. I think it was more the fans put him on that pedestal, and that's what I'm saying, that we ruined him. We made him who he was.
Nice cap. Him walking around the Stamford Bridge when he didn't even play, clapping the fans, wanking them off, bro. What's this? Go down the fucking tunnel and piss off. He didn't even play.
There's just a player. That does not mean nothing.
Yeah, but you didn't even play. Why are you walking around the stadium?
If you created that in your mind,
right.
it's on you. If you created because the guy applauded you at the end of a game without even playing it, and you took it as it is, you took it as offense, it's on you.
Yeah, but he didn't even play. What's he doing?
Clapping the fans.
But he didn't even play. Why are you there, bro? Piss off.
So that means that he's a proper Chelsea?
No, this is not. This is I'm talking about this season. But like, no, for example, Minerals will be posting.
I don't even know how to talk to you, Habibi.
No, but listen up, man. Listen up. He made the.
I don't need to listen.
Him there posting videos of himself talking about I've been here since I was 6.
You see, you're proving my point. You actually proven my point. The reason why you get upset about it, it's because somebody posted a picture of him. And
no, him. He posted videos of himself. He posted of himself.
Listen, he posted on himself.
Yeah, of course he did. Many times.
He posted because he. Oh my word! Because he's probably knew that he was already living.
Bloody hands. Saw that clapping.
Oh,
I don't take that clapping. Is that I think it's the player. I think it's the actual fans that put him on that pedestal.
I
They
agree.
the one that think it
agree.
is that he's the proper Chelsea because Mount himself never said it.
They thought he was the
actually
second coming of
said it
Frank Lampard.
Portman or whatever he was. Oh, if you, what's your name? Never mind. I'll put you in timeout again if you keep.
You know, without the transfer ban, James, I believe, I know it's hypothetical, but James, I believe, still would have come through. Do any of you think Mount would have come through?
Yeah, I do. So he's the only one I think that would have come through.
Me too. James would have come through.
I don't think they would have gone immediately into starting 11s, but like they would have gone through the squad.
I'm saying like into the squad. James for me would have done. Mount might have come into the squad, but I do not believe he would have been. He would have been one of the guys that was sold. Like he'd have come in for a season maybe.
Wasn't there talk of Sarri like in Mount, or was that a load of bullshit?
Yeah, apparently. But that's why I say he probably would have come in for like a season maybe, and then probably have been moved on.
Yeah.
I have no
So blame
idea
Lampard then.
because
Fuck
with
you,
Chelsea,
Lampard.
Mount would have been at Vitesse for like 16 loans straight and then sold. If Roman was still here with no transfer ban, man, Mount wouldn't have made it to the.
I wouldn't put
squad.
the money on James either because I wouldn't.
What, because of injuries?
I don't trust none of
No.
them.
The way that loan system worked at Chelsea, I don't like if y'all that good of a scouts and you can see James one loan at Wigan made him feel like, I knew that he was gonna end up at Chelsea. Like, you're lying to yourself.
Yeah, you fucking lying. I know what you mean. You're lying if you thought.
I mean, you can be that good of a scout. So I don't know why you're talking about here. If you know it, but I don't think there's any chance James showed us that he would have make it. I mean, there was a good loan. Don't get me wrong, good loan. I just don't think if it wasn't for the ban, we will know who James was.
Yeah, Crystal Palace nearly signed him for £30 million.
Who, James?
Yeah.
Really? They put an offer in for him.
I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, if James didn't come through, probably Livermore would have.
No, what I'm saying, if like Chelsea used the academy to generate and create the sales and money.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't see I don't like how you said. I wouldn't see past us if we will like sold them and then regretted it.
So you think we would have sold Livermore and Reece James and bought someone?
Yes, we'd have sold the only.
Yes, we would have probably bought exactly quality like the mature.
Xavi, that's what I just said. Every year we announce other teams' players gone.
Yeah, no, I was saying like every season we go like, oh, look at that kid that on loan that ready to make Chelsea. Like now we're talking about Matson or Matson, whatever his name is.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. There's always next
look at everybody how like it doesn't mean oh my word, man. Like it's a young kids, they undeveloped. They can go good season, they can go one good season and then disappear for two. Damn, I didn't even think Lewis, you had the doors in your corner.
Yeah, we got a door. We're upgrading week by week. Next thing you know, we're gonna have windows.
Who lives with you in that corner?
No, it's just me. Just me. Right. What's everyone's thoughts on Operation Havertz?
I mean,
if the Mount goes, why not?
He's gonna cook.
He's gonna cook. He's gonna go to Real Madrid and cook.
Bro, he's gonna
that's the question I have. Cooking though.
How much are they talking about as well? I see something stupid if it's true. Like, wouldn't it like €100 million?
No.
If
that's 100 million euros, I'm gonna cry.
Lewis,
yeah, I
cracked
something
as well.
something on Twitter earlier that Chelsea want €100 million.
Jesus.
No, man.
What cracks me about the Havertz thing as well is I keep seeing so many people like on Twitter saying, "Oh, it must mean something that Real Madrid and Perez want."
Like Johnny said earlier.
I was saying, are we just gonna like not focus on the fact that they've signed guys like who was that West Ham player they bought?
Oh
the guy who went to West Ham. That's the one. Signed him. They've signed Adebayor on loan. They've signed some terrible players.
Mariano,
Lewis. Yeah, Lewis. What's how many?
They sound Mariano. Give him number 7.
How many tags you got from Carlito? That look how many managers.
Like 4. I side with Real Madrid. Cool, go with him then.
Yeah, go with them, bro.
I ain't fuss. If Havertz leaves, I'm celebrating. I'm not gonna be. Oh, I'm in the mud because Madrid want him. Madrid want him as an Asensio replacement. Asensio don't even start for them. They want him as a bench warmer.
If you're being compared to if you're replacing Asensio, like come on, man, look at analyze your life. If you replace,
They want you as a versatile forward because they just want to shoehorn you into any position they've got injuries.
To be fair, Asensio is a quality when he was coming out. It was a good quality from what's the name? When he was coming out.
That's why.
The difference is Havertz's class. He will 100% cook at Real Madrid. Whatever. I won't be having any of the food.
I told you. There you go. He's gonna 100% cook.
But again,
I'm Havertz intolerant, so I can't have any of this food.
Also,
sorry.
Again, why does it matter if he does? What has he shown you at Chelsea for it to matter? I don't care.
Because then it's gonna prove it was our fault that he didn't play well.
Well, no, because he's played under about 4 different managers, or 5, 6 different managers, whatever it is now, and has looked shit most seasons apart from a purple patch in March. So who cares? Why does it matter?
He couldn't do it for Chelsea, so why do we care if he's doing it for someone else?
And the thing is as well,
the sign to me that he's not shit is Bayern Munich don't want him. What German player at Bayern Munich don't fucking want?
Yeah.
And the thing is as well is if he does leave, you should then be like, you should then back the guys that we brought in to go and find someone to replace him that will be better or as good.
Can't get Maddison if we sell him. That's all I would.
See, but that's Scott. But that's the problem. If he leaves and Mount leaves, and we bring the players that will have a slower start into the. Oh my word! That comments, man.
Well, they can say what they want. I don't care. Like at the end of the day, that's what the club is and the scouts are there to do. That's their job. Let them do their job. Because I'm telling you right now, Havertz can cook all he likes, right? Say Nkunku comes in and does better for us than Havertz ever did. I don't care because we've got someone who ended up being better. So who gives a fuck? Who cares?
Well, as far as I know, Bayern Munich needs a striker, and we have one. And for some reason, we're not going after him.
Exactly. Bayern Munich needs a fucking attacker, and we have a German one that we clearly don't want, and they don't want him.
He's a 10, remember?
I let him cook, bro.
He's a 9.7.
What is that?
He's a 9.7.
Let him cook, bro.
Yo, that's a really nice, tasty looking food, man. What the fuck?
Alex, come on. This is not the 80s. Chernobyl didn't just happen. You can eat some human. You can eat some regular food, bro. It's not post Chernobyl, man.
It's I don't know if y'all have it, but there is like a sausage made with the animals, like parts of the tongue, intestines.
Yeah, it's like a medley of different meats, right? Yeah, that looks god awful. It looks god awful, man.
It looks awful, but it tastes good, man.
It doesn't sound too good either.
Yeah, a lot that could be true. Yeah, I can imagine a lot of stuff that looks awful usually tastes pretty decent. That looks like a pile of slop.
You know the joke.
I said Lukaku licked the screen. Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Who's that on the screen? Oh, that's Havertz. Oh shit! I'm about to say, damn, what's this? Like, is that a mess?
Yeah, get this fucker off the screen.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Bro, let's get the bees on Twitter for him, bro.
I don't care. I'm winning. Mount and Havertz are going.
Man said, how can a grown man say cry on
Who are they
Twitter?
going to attack you for?
And then he replied with cry.
What a weirdo, bro. If he could hold that. There's so many virgins on that app. But I don't take it seriously no more.
So many virgins in our fan base. I watched the Virgin stream yesterday, man. I don't care what y'all say. What's your man, Lorenz? Oh, what a Virgin stream yesterday. If you want to get pissed off, sit down and watch that stream they had yesterday about Mount. I don't understand how the people could talk about Mount like that. The club. And then now it comes out today, they offered him $200,000. It's the disrespect. I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you guys talking about? Disrespect? How's it disrespect? They offered him a contract. He turned it down. What's the disrespect? Like, when the fuck did Mason Mount turn into like?
All right, if people want to see disrespect, wait till we get the Fabrizio. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm like, when did Mason Mount become into this god figure that you just have to give into all his demands? That shit blew my mind listening to that shit yesterday. I'm like, yo, these guys got to be kidding me. And they were another set of guys with that. When Kai leaves, he's gonna cook.
Because Kai seems calm with him leaving.
Yeah, they said when Kai leaves, he's gonna cook. He's gonna cook because all these players that come to Chelsea, it has to be a part of Chelsea fault that all the players come here and flop. I'm like, how about they just not shit? That's it. Because they couldn't name a player that left us and took off. Outside players that came here, flopped, and then left and did good. I couldn't think of any.
Well, I need to hear their takes for myself, but
go listen to that stream.
I'll see if I can hop on. I'll hop onto their next stream or something. If Lauren's asked me to hop on, we'll have a very nice Mount debate.
Yeah, because they was Mount. Oh, they was loving. Oh, he's a Kai stan.
I
would love to see you and him debate that because he's a Kai stan.
Oh, yeah, we've had debates.
That's because he looks like him. That's probably why he looks like.
Yeah, he's a fucking Kai stan. Some of his takes on Kai Havertz, I'm like, oh, dude, I'm about to unsubscribe. But I'm not that gentle about it. But damn, some of the shit he be saying makes me want to hit that unsubscribe button.
He looks like Havertz. That's probably why.
Who? Lawrence? He don't look like Havertz.
Nah, he don't look like Havertz.
He does
look like Havertz. Nah, I don't see it.
Nah, he don't look like Havertz.
That's disrespectful to Lawrence personally. Saying he looks like a healthy crackhead. Come on, man. What are you doing? Come on, bro. What else do we have? This we went through Havertz. Ziyech. Dortmund want Ziyech.
Are you fucking high, bro? Who said that?
What's the guy's name? Andrew sent it to me.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Of course it was Andrew, bro. Oh my days.
Yeah, with Ziyech yesterday. I saw Ziyech to
Kratcharian.
Who the fuck is that, bro?
Yo, there's link with Ziyech and Olympiacos. You look like you're gonna be watching some Greek football this year.
No, I'm good. Who's that?
At least Ziyech should be the star of that league.
100 million or fuck off, bro. 100 million.
You're gonna be watching some Greek football, man.
100 million or fuck off, Dortmund, bro. Bottle jobs. Fuck you, Dortmund. You don't owe you shit.
Let him go over there, man.
We don't owe you shit, bro. We don't owe you shit.
You like Greek salad, Ziyech?
No. 100 million.
You like feta cheese?
Mm-hmm.
We can't help Dortmund win the league, man.
Feta cheese, man.
We can't help Dortmund win the league.
Yeah. Because everywhere he goes, he wins the league. Is easy.
No, they bought it this year, so they're gonna add Ziyech and they're gonna help them win it. It won't happen.
What kind of food Ziyech is gonna cook at Dortmund? Schnitzels for somebody else?
He's gonna cook his own. He's gonna cook his own Moroccan Arabic food, man. Don't worry. He's a good chef, bro. He's a good chef.
He's gonna make a cold couscous.
Shawarma, man. He's gonna have a shawarma.
Shawarma.
Yeah.
Bro, listen. He's gonna. You don't want to listen to me. He's staying. ITK. He's staying. You don't want to listen to me. 2-year contract left. 2 years left on his contract. He's staying. No need to let him go.
I think he'll cook at the under 21s though.
Yeah, that's a proper cooking.
Listen, man, we need the right winger on it. We need the right winger.
He can teach him how to pass with the left foot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we need the right winger, Alex. So he's staying.
Nobody could be as good as their left foot as Ziyech, because he got 2 of them.
You know how sad it is. The kid that like we signed in January had more appearances for Chelsea than Ziyech that been here for 2 years.
Yeah,
that's how bad if you don't look, Habibi, if you don't take a hint, man, you know, like I'm saying, like sometimes you need to take a hint.
Mistreated. I guess what?
Yo,
what's his name? Madueke had more appearances for Chelsea this season.
Hold on, Alex, you talk about appearances. Did you see their stats? You see how many more dribbles and more many take-ons he had than Ziyech?
Really, Jimmy?
He had more than Ziyech had since he's been at the club.
Has made more appearances since January, but Ziyech off the bench has
no way.
Hold that.
Yo, look,
Felix. No, he didn't.
Go look up the stats, man.
No way he said this. What?
I'm disappointed.
25 goals.
Very disappointed. Very disappointed, man. Did Gabriel Jesus ever get 25 goals for City in the season?
Hell no. Gabriel
he missed hella chances. He missed hella chances.
How many 25 goals is?
Yeah,
if Kai Havertz was at Manchester City, he would be like Gabriel Jesus, but a little bit worse.
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't.
Chances.
Gabriel
No, he'd
Jesus.
be better in terms of the link-up play and everything. You'd get a couple goals.
Gabriel
Gabriel
Jesus fights for the ball, bro.
Spaces than Kai Havertz.
Yes,
Yeah,
and he fights for the ball.
Jesus
Kai Havertz
got
does not
worse.
fight for the ball, bro.
Jesus got worse. Similar profile, but he'd be worse.
I don't think we're even looking at him at City, so it's not even.
Yeah, Pep. He's not no Pep player.
No, it was just the point. He would not get 25 goals at Manchester.
There is idea that he's a Pep player because he moves a lot, but that's not.
Yeah, Pep like lions, tigers, and bears, not fucking donkeys.
To me, saying an attacker would do well in Pep's system is like saying water's good for you. Like,
polar bears in Texas.
Good.
My thing is, decent attackers would do good in Pep's system. Havertz is not decent.
No, Havertz would do well, but like he'd still miss a whole load of chances, give away possession a lot. He would just survive off the fact the system's better for him.
I don't think he would see the field. That's my whole thing.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He would cook, but how would he cook?
Right
over
now,
who?
he don't break into that starting 11. He barely breaks.
That's what I'm saying. You know what level, how low of a level of player that Man City would have to have for Havertz to actually even get a chance to play?
If I didn't go out yesterday, I would have hopped on that stream and been like, what the fuck am I hearing?
Yeah, so when people talk about he would cook, I'm like, cook where? Like, over who? He had to get on the pitch first.
That is dead. Jorgen says, about to jump off a cliff if City win the Champions League. PTSD. Why? I'll be real, brother. I couldn't care less if they win or not. If they win, Lukaku cries and he can hold that.
I want them to win that triple. I want them to win that triple so Manchester United's become null and void now. It can't be, we got the triple. So what? So does your rivals.
No, I don't want them to lose the Champions League, so Pep will hold that.
Actually, I don't dislike Pep. I have no issue with Pep. Yeah, I ain't got no issue with Pep.
2009, I will never forget. Fuck the ball, Pep.
He didn't do anything.
Yeah, he did. He bribed the referee.
That wasn't him, man. That was what's the guy name? What was the president name at the time? He greased that pocket, man.
He definitely greased that pocket. I don't care what anybody said. There should be investigation into it.
That should be. Yeah. Did you see the way the ref announced that he now over the year he admit that he got it wrong? I'm like, somebody should go there. I said somebody should go there.
You know when he did that? No. You know why he did when he did it? Because of statute of limitation, man.
Oh, that probably what it was. But he definitely came out and admitted. I mean, he said, I might have got it wrong. Like, might have, huh? You think so?
The funny part is there's like literally he did it because the statute of limitation, he cannot go to court and go to jail for it. That's why he did it when he did it.
I've just seen this comment, bro. Oh my days.
What comment?
Fucking Trevor Smith. What a load of bollocks, mate. Oh my days, bro. Zero respect. How about your Money Mace, bro? Where's his respect?
Big up Money Mace.
Money Mace is all about the dollar, bro.
Exactly. No respect, bro. Get that money, Money Mace. No, bro. Somehow people are spreading this narrative that he disrespected the club. Are you crazy, bro? In what way has he disrespected the club?
Who that, Ziyech?
Yeah.
Who? Nah, not really.
People say, he disrespected the club. We pay him a lot of money. He respected him. What the fuck did the guy do, bro?
It depends on what you.
Silent.
Depends on what you class as disrespect. To be honest, I don't think he.
What did he do? I don't think he disrespected the club.
I don't think he disrespected the club, but it depends on what people class as disrespect. Because I can see, I don't think it is.
Like
I can see why that. I think he posted that picture, didn't he?
Do me a favor.
The Ajax thing. I can get
a favor, Scott.
Ziad, again, listen to what I'm saying before you speak. I don't
fight you in a minute.
I don't think it's disrespectful. I can understand, depending on what people see as disrespectful, why they would see that as disrespectful. I don't think it is.
Thanks. Where's Trevor? Is he still in the comments? Hey, run away.
He didn't disrespect the club.
No, I don't think he did either, but it all depends on what.
Or just what to see at every night? Fucking hell. That's mad.
Can't read your bloody name, bro. What is that?
Yeah, but
Fucking hell. Right.
Stuff I
what were
say,
you saying?
like more power to it, all power to it. Like I hope he goes to Dortmund. If he goes there, plays well. Like I don't really have any bad blood for him. For most of these players, to be fair, when they leave, I don't really have any bad blood towards any of them. Like apart from Mount and Gallagher, just because I dislike him, and Havertz actually. Apart from those three, I don't really care.
Why? Why Gallagher? What he done?
I just
I ain't got nothing.
it's just the way Lewis feels about Havertz is how I feel about Gallagher. Just seeing his face, everything about him pisses me off. It's an irrational hatred. It's just an irrational hatred at this point.
I understand that, man. I totally understand.
Yeah,
that.
I know about the seeing his face because I love Aspie, except when he's actually on the pitch and then he's getting cooked and then he make that face. I'd be like, yo, why is he even out there? Like, why are they doing this to Aspie knees, man? Aspie be out there mad as hell. Like, why am I playing? But I know he can't say that.
Also, I forgot about Lukaku. Add Lukaku to that 4, to that 3. All those 4, fuck all of them. Couldn't care what less what happens to them. The others, there they can go up, and I don't really care. And they have my blessing.
Right, big up Adrian saying these performance/incentive-based salaries are the best thing to happen to Chelsea. No more overpaying players for training and jogging on match day. I actually really like it as well because if these dickheads don't make top 4, they lose money, so they have to take next season.
And it also
very serious.
Like I said in the previous stream, it just fixes the wage structure as well. You're not having mistakes where you're paying guys hundreds of thousands of pounds like for 1 year to then release them to terminate their contract because for stupid reasons. Like we're not going to have that hopefully going forward.
Hopefully, fucking hopefully, man. I'm interested to see the contracts that we get for the players that we bring in over the summer as well, but I anticipate there'll probably be something very similar. Right. Gotta wrap up the stream because I gotta head out. But big up to everybody that's locked in. Who we gonna raid? Saeed isn't live. I can't raid Matisse. City Extra. Fuck it. We'll raid City Extra. Big up everybody that's locked in though. We'll be back tomorrow for the latest transfer news and Shameless FC. That'll be returning tomorrow as well. Jacob, the Maguire links for a load of arse.
I say fuck Harry Maguire. There you go. There's the style. There's all you need to know.
Big up everybody and up the Chelsea. Up the Chelsea.